one of the more controversial issues now sa Philippine football, itong issue of Matthew Hartmann, the second of the three Hartmann brothers. Kumbaga, yung kuya ni Mark Hartmann, saka yung bunso, yung mas batang kapatid ni Darren. Nagkaroon siya ng sanction sa PFF. Indefinite suspension. I think it's a polite way of just saying banned. You know, from all national team related duties, at the same time all club related functions na sanctioned ng PFF, which is basically the UFL. What do you think, Roy? Do you agree with this?
Well, going back to the reason that they've stated is with the SEA Games, because as captain of the under-23 team, he just abandoned them during the tournament itself. Apparently there was a bust-up with Vice, and he left. Because that's what they're saying, it's an offence committed with the ASCALs. And so I can totally understand why they give him indefinite suspension with the ASCALs. There's a lack of respect, there's a lack of a lot of things there, which they deserve. And so I can understand that they would ban him internationally. But if there is another reason why it's also the UFL, then that needs to be stated. The UFL is different. It's a domestic competition. There's many other cases of Roy Keane left the Irish team, Anelka left the French team. They get banned from the national side. They get dropped from the national team, but they still play domestically, and that's always been the precedent. Maybe there's something going on behind the scenes, and that needs to be said.
Ako kasi, personally, I mean, I agree na ganun, because captain ka, you're leading the troops to battle, and then because of your personal, I don't know, vendetta or disagreement with the coach, iniwan mo eh. Unlike, kasi kinukumpara ngayon, di ba, kay yung nangyari with Patrice Evra in the French national team. Because sinasabi, okay, sinuspend sila from the national team duties, but they're able to play with their respective clubs. But the thing is, hindi naman sila naglalaro sa French league. They play outside, which is the English Premier League and the other leagues. That's, ikaw, bilang dating national team player, ano sa tingin mo ba? At tama ba yung ginawa niya?
Para sa akin, yung sanction niya, tama talaga yun i-apply sa kanya. At saka tama din na i-apply din sa UFL. Wow. Una-una kasi, team captain siya ng national team. So, hindi mo pwedeng iwan yung team mo, especially sa mga players, kasi ikaw yung leader dun eh. Okay. At saka hindi siya nag-respect sa coach, sa mga coaches.
Pero yung...
So gagawin natin, kung tinanggal siya, kung may sanction sa national team, yung ginawa na kasalanan, pwede i-sanction siya sa UFL because ginawa niya nga sa national team. Pwede niya gawin sa UFL.
So yung kumbaga the point of Roy kasi, di ba, na hiwalay yung national team side. It was an error made within the national team. Bakit sinama pa itong kabilang side, which is the club? So para sa'yo, tama kasi kumbaga pwede niyang gawin yun di ba?
Ginawa niya nga sa mataas, siyempre sa mababa.
Di ba? So ako rin sorry I'd agree because especially now we're in yun nga bago pa lang yung Philippine football and this thing happened already. Kumbaga kapag hindi mo talaga binigyan ng puwersa yung mga tao diyan, kumbaga, di ba? Konting latay ng konti. Mawawala Kumbaga isipin nila, okay lang pala ganito ganyan. I mean internationally you said that this happens na tinatanggal sa national team and stuff. But why do you think it shouldn't be included also in the club? Kumbaga, hindi siya kailangan maparusahan sa club. Why?
Well, typically with the rules that they make officially, if you make an error with one, you get punished by that one. And that's very, very fair. Obviously, it was very disrespectful of him. There's no justification for leaving the team as captain. But, for example, if you get sent off in a game, if you get sent off internationally, you'd be suspended for the next national game. If you get suspended in the domestic league, you'd be suspended for the next domestic game. It's very, like, even if it's a criminal charge, Zidane headbutted Maserati, right? And it's an offence with the national team. It's a criminal offence, even, you can say. But he would be punished nationally, not with his domestic club. Even if he's playing in France, even if, for example, one of the English players left the English team, or they get demonized by the English team, David Beckham, there's no sanction with the club, because it's a different rule set. I guess part of the issue is that the PFF haven't outlined why. The disciplinary committee haven't specifically said why. Perhaps there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and if they said why, it wouldn't give the opportunity for other people to say, okay, well maybe this, maybe that. It would give definite answers that people really need to find out if we're going to say that this is why he's banned.
So medyo the line is still a bit skewed on whether this rule is applicable for this side lang o baka pang club lang o talagang pang parehong Philippine football.
When they gave the sanction, they didn't specify which ruling of the disciplinary committee.
Yun nga yung tama rin naman. Wala namang specified reason eh. Ang sinabi lang, di ba?
Yung nangyari kay Hartmann, first time talaga nangyari sa national team.
So medyo hindi pa nila alam paano mag-react siguro na di ba?
So sobrang hirap ng ginawa.
Diba? Mahirap naman talaga. So, but anyway, again, very controversial issue. Loyola, I think Loyola appealed it for him to be able to play for club football, for the UFL. We'll see soon what will happen. Pero again, we have our reactions here. We agree for the entire sanction. You agree for the national team side sanction. So, we'll see what the verdict is out on the field.